So you can now buy a G80 M3 with under 20k miles for £48,000. Let's take a look at some more examples. So a few people were asking in the last few videos for me to do a G80 video. So we've got one today. You can see there the cheapest one on the market is listed at 48k. It's done under 20k miles. Firstly, we're going to take a look at the pre-LCI cars from 2021 to 2023. There are three versions of this car: LCI 1 and LCI 2, and then the pre-LCI as well. Here you can see this one here has been dropped by 2.5k. You're going to see quite a few drops using the AT tracker today. These cars have been listed for quite a while. You can see we've got a few different specs. That one's been dropped 3k. This one here has also got a nice color as well. Here, this one's been dropped around 2k. Again, some of these are more high mileage than others. These are the cheapest ones on the market at the moment. This one here has got full PPF and a decent spec. That's been dropped £1,000, £2,000, £5,000 on this one. That's a big drop. Another one here dropped 3,000. These cars generally in the winter time don't really sell as well. Now is definitely a great time to pick up one of these cars. The market's currently at an all-time low. So for those asking, we're going to do a full guide as mentioned. So you can see here we've got some more pre-LCI cars. I think you can pick one up with the laser LED headlights and also the carbon buckets with a good spec for around the 55 to 57k mark. I'll show you guys an ultimate pack car as well, which is listed for around 57k. The bucket seats are the biggest option. They command the most premium. The rest of the options are generally quite well spread out. You will find the laser lights, technology pack, comfort pack on most cars. Here you can see this one here been dropped quite a bit, 57k. Another one here, this is the first LCI car we've seen. So this is LCI 1 rear-wheel drive only. There is also a difference between the rear-wheel drive cars and the X-Drive cars as well. In the UK, X-Drive is much preferred. You can see here, been dropped 4.5k, main dealer, BMW, done about 5,000 miles. It's got the LCI interior with the new iDrive 8 and the updated screen as well. Isle of Man green, silver tone interior, perfect spec. This is definitely a good buy for someone looking for a wheel-wheel drive car. However, I know in the UK a lot of people prefer X-Drive. New, this car was 90 to £100,000, and we'll show you guys the prices on the BMW main dealer website as well, the configurator. They've been increasing the list price yearly on these cars as they brought out the new models. You can see that is the cheapest LCI car as mentioned. That's probably definitely someone an example, sorry, I would definitely pick up. It does seem to be quite a cheap car. Again, 72 reg to 18 months old, and 5,000 miles new. It's probably lost about 30 to 40k. And you can see they've dropped it quite a lot and had it for quite a while as well. Next then, let's take a look at some more of the pre-LCI cars. That one there's got the ultimate pack, as mentioned, X-Drive as well. So you will see a bit of a difference. X-Drive and ultimate pack, that's the most desirable specification the car can come in. So yeah, as soon as it's got bucket seats, X-Drive, that's what's going to be worth the most. And generally those are the biggest differences in spec. Let's have a look at some LCI cars then. Again, this is LCI 1. There is also a second LCI, which we will show you a little bit later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. So LCI cars then, they're around 63 to 65k. For that kind of money, you're looking at a 2023 car, so about a year, 2 years old, and that is with a few thousand miles on the clock. This one here has done 4,800 miles on a 23 plate, 18 months old, and again 60k new. They would have been about 90 to 100. This one here is an X-Drive car, as mentioned, more desirable. It's been dropped £6,000, and they've had it for quite a while, and it's done 12,000 miles again. That car new would have been about £100,000. Here you can see then we've got another one, 6 grand drop, 2024, so literally a few months old, 6,800 miles, and again £65,000, under 65k. New, that car was about 90 to 100. So yeah, these cars have dropped a lot. BMW have released 3 variants. That's caused prices to absolutely crash recently, and we'll show you here on the BMW configurator. New, these cars are 88,000 or so plus a few options. You're looking at about 90 to 100k, and spec'd up these cars can reach £120,000. That's right, and I will show you some of those cars a little bit later on in the video as well. So yeah, let's take a look at some more examples then. That one there, 64,900 LCI, 73 plate, done a few thousand miles. So yeah, 30 to 40k drops. The next one is a BMW Touring. So for those asking about that car, here's one here, 64,994, the cheapest one in the UK. Again, that car has been dropped £3,000. You can see the new price there. Spec, they're roughly about £100,000. This is the highest mileage one for sale. Again, 2023. It's done 26,000 miles. Let me know if you think that's fair depreciation. But yeah, about 35k drop on that one. We will have a look at some more Tourings as well. The next one then, again, we're looking at the most desirable cars now. So LCI cars, which are X-Drive. These are knocking on the door of £100,000 new. X-Drive itself is another £2,000 option as well for those wondering. This one has been dropped £7,000, 2,500 miles, 73 plate, less than a year old. And you can see almost brand new cars are selling for 30 to 40k under the list price. And that one is a really nice spec as well. Next, we'll have a look at some of the Tourings as well. The Touring is the more desirable car in the UK, and they were previously selling for over list price back in the COVID times. Next, we'll have a look at some final examples of the LCI. You can see there, I think for 67 to 65, you can get a really nice LCI example. Let's have a look at some of the Tourings then. So this is the Touring. We've got the cheapest one in the UK. It was about 64. Then we've got some other examples with about half the miles, so 10 to 8,000 miles, listed for about 67, 68k. Again, you can see big drops on these cars through the Auto Trader tracker. Some of these cars are less than a year old as well. So there you can see 73 plates selling for, again, 40 to 30k. So obviously a lot of people think the Touring is more desirable. In the UK, they're almost the same price. So that is something to bear in mind. If you are looking for the extra practicality, the cost is roughly the same. So here's one, 70k, again, 9,000 miles, individual spec, comfort, visibility pack, been dropped a few thousand from the main dealer at BMW. A lot of these cars are still with the main dealer at BMW with warranty, so there is nothing to worry about on the maintenance front as well. Generally, I think if you can get a Touring for 65 to 67k, that's definitely a good buy. And also the likes of the LCI cars, if you can get them for around the 60k mark, you're doing quite well. We'll show you the LCI 2 cars. Those are quite expensive at the moment, so if you're looking to jump into one, I would wait. They've got a long way to fall still, but if you can get an LCI car at a decent price, personally I think it's the right time to buy. Is now November, we're coming into December now. That is generally when dealers are getting the most desperate in order to shift cars, and you can see that through the drops and the losses some of these dealers are making on this car. Next, we're going to have a look at the LCI2 cars. It might take a little bit of time, but essentially the LCI2 cars had a new headlight system and also a new steering wheel. They also had an increase in power. So from 510, it went to 530 brake horsepower. These are the new prices of these cars. Again, 120k, which is absolutely insane. The options you can add on these M3s are pretty mad. So if you are buying one, just be careful. There could be quite a lot of different options on them. BMW tend to sell packs as well, which does make it a bit easier. Let's have a look for an LCI2 car to show you guys the prices of those in the current market. So again, they have extra horsepower, a little bit different dynamics, and also new headlights. I believe the cheapest example of an LCI2 car released this year, so it's a 2024/2025 car, is around the 100. So new, they're about 100 to 120. You can pick one up for about 75. Another question people are asking is the M3CS. Those have dropped as well. 120k to 130k one spec on the new price, and you can now pick one up for under £100,000. So for those asking, do they hold their money? They don't. That's a 2024 plate and it's under list price. Let's have a look at an LCI2 car. Again, it is a little bit difficult to find these cars. Speaking to BMW themselves, even they don't really understand why there's so many of these cars. It seems like BMW every 6 months are releasing an update to this car. There's already 3 different versions. There might be another one, but I believe the LCI car is around here, so you can pick one up for around about the 75 to 77k mark. Again, this is going to be essentially a brand new car with a few hundred miles on the clock. And it's also going to be a 2024 car as well. A lot of these are Tourings as well. You can see BMW are focusing on those. So here it is, the cheapest LCI2 car in the UK. It's already been dropped almost £8,000. 75,300. Again, it's got the new steering wheel. The interior is slightly different with the air vents and also those new headlights as well, which some people do prefer. But the main difference, in my opinion, is the extended power essentially. So it's basically been remapped to 530 brake horsepower. As you can see, 650 newton meters of torque as well. But yeah, new, this car would have been around £100,000. So again, a 25k drop on this one. And it's basically brand new, done under 1,500 miles on a 24 plate as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave any suggestions about cars you want to see next down in the comments. And you can see me going through a few more examples here as well. These are all mainly LCI1 and LCI2 cars. Be careful if you are paying for this much for a BMW M3. Make sure to get the LCI2 car, as that will take a big hit if you buy the wrong one. Depreciation wise, buying an older LCI1 car will drop that more essentially. But yeah, this is a G80 M3 which sold in August for 45k, as you can see here. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to comment what car you want to see next. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. I upload daily on there. Thanks for watching. And again, a lot of people were asking for sold cars, so I thought I'd include that one. 45 grand from August. I think the bottom of the market, 45 to 50k, you're not really going to lose too much. I don't think they'll drop too below 40. But yeah, that's the Instagram to give it a follow. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys for the next one. So make sure to stay tuned. Weekly uploads on the channel.